Hi everyone, hope you are doing great. So today we will talk about how to make budget basis the past history. So budget is around the corner, all the companies would be looking forward for the next financial year budget. We hope that coming year is very fruitful for us because we have already seen a bad phase, in 2021. So we are hopeful that 21-22 will give us a better number. So in my previous video, I talked about how to make budget if you opened a new store, or you're launching a new brand and there is no historical data. How do you arrive at certain numbers? You can refer that video from the link provided in the box. Today we'll talk about how to make budget based on past history. So this is a little easy and little complicated as well at the same time, because this will give you complete historical data how the store or a particular brand has performed previous season or previous year. Is there has been any up and down in the subsequent season, and how do you expect that brand or store to perform in the year coming forward. So what I'll do, I will just brief you about what this format is all about. So I've already populated the data so that you can have an handy experience on this. So the first is store name, the name of the store, then brand name and gender. So this format is typically made for an MBO because the store has multiple brand and the brand has multiple gender. So if in case you want to make the budget for your EBO store, then replace the brand name with subcategories. You keep the store name and replace the brand name with subcategories. Now store opening date, the date when the store was opened, and brand opening date. So brand opening date again relevant for MBOs because certain store might have opened in certain month, but not necessarily the brand has been launched at the same time. There could be a store where the brand has been launched late or at the same time. So this will help us to calculate the exact trading days of that brand in that particular store. Next is yearly performance. So if you see year 18 and 19, what was the area allocated to that store brand, how much sale in that financial year that particular store has done. Trading days. Trading days is typically when you are accounting this, you need to calculate what exactly trading days. For example, a store might have opened in mid of a financial year, maybe a June or May. So the trading day cannot be 365 days. The store who has seen complete financial year, that trading day will be 365. The reason why we are taking trading days here, so that when you are reviewing the past history, with trading days you will exactly know what was the potential of that store or a brand. If you're dividing the store sale with 365 days, then of course the average will go down. So if you're taking a correct trading days, that will give you exact potential how the brand or a store has performed in that particular financial year. So maybe a certain store has been launched and they have seen just 3 months, so you need to see how the 3 months performance was, rather than comparing it with other store which has seen the complete 12 months. So this is just for like comparison. Same, we have taken the data for financial year 1920 and 2021. Okay, now if you see trading days, as I said, ASPD is average sales per day. So with the correct trading days, we will get to know what is the average sale per day of that particular store or store brand, and how this combination is doing year on year. That will help you to take corrective action, or that will help you take the right numbers accordingly. Next is SSPD, sales square feet per day. In retail terms, people call it as PSPD as well, per square feet per day sale. So this is the per day sale from per square feet. Okay, so this is nothing. If you see the formula for this, it is your total sales divided by total area upon trading days. Okay, so this will give you per square feet per day how much rupees you are doing. So 76 rupees per square foot this particular combination is doing. Okay, why this is important? It has been always said that in retail 40, 45 or 50 rupees per square feet sales are happening, then it's in a healthy situation. So any store or any store brand combination which are trading at way below, like 18 rupees, 10 rupees square feet, so that is a concern long term, for a long term period. We can take a corrective action. We can probably reduce the square feet of that particular store or store brand, so that SSPD gets improved. So we have always seen that there are certain brand or certain store, even if you reduce the area, you will still do the same amount of sale. So what will it will do, it will increase your SSPD. At the same time, by reducing the space, you will save a lot on the rentals. And in case of MBO, if you are cutting down the tails, you are cutting down the square feet of particular brand, then you are in a state that you can onboard some additional brands that can give you additional sales. So this evaluation is very important while you are making budget, so that the store is productive, or the each square feet is productive for you. Now I will just read a line how will see the history, and how will you compute accordingly. Okay, so for example, let's take a store XXX and a brand AAA. Okay, now if you see the performance in 18 and 19, the store has traded complete financial year, that is 365 days. The average sales per day for the store was 27,397 rupees. Now if you see this store, this brand, in year 1920, the area has been increased. With the increase in area, you can see the sale also goes up. Okay, why I'm saying it is a positive, because if you see the SSPD is not impacted. If you have traded low after increasing the area, then your SSPD would have come down, but in this case your SSPD has gone up. Okay, now same store in the year 2021 has traded with an ASPD of 49,315, and SSPD has further gone up. So what I will do, we will have taken SSPD growth year on year. So in 1920, if you see the ASPD growth is 60%. Now there are hidden variable why substantial growth are showing. Reason being the square footage has gone up, and based on that the store has, or the brand has performed even better, because that is quite obvious from the sheet, that from 27,000 this particular combination has jumped to 43,000. So 60% of growth might give you a misleading picture. So you need to always find out a hidden variable. There will be always a combination where you will see a massive degrowth or a massive growth. For such combination, you should always see what are the hidden variables, why certain spike or certain down is reflecting in that combination. Okay, now the same store brand has shown an SSPD growth of 13% in 2021. Okay, now for 21 and 22 I have to project. So what I will do, basis my past history, I will put a growth, what growth I am expecting from the year 21-22. Now here I have seen that 60%. Now this is not really relevant information for me, because the growth is quite high. But in 2021 I have seen that this combination has grown by 13%. Okay, now from now numbers can vary from person to person, what kind of forecasting you are doing. For me, like a store has already traded 49,000 average sales per day. Okay, so what I'm planning, that this combination will further grow by 18%, because I see the store is upscaling and there is a potential. Okay, so with 18% of growth, what ASPD I am expecting from this? So ASPD which I am expecting is 58,000. So I'm expecting that this store from 49,000 will go up to 58,000. That's my gut call based on the store combination. Depending on person to person, you can take 12% or 15% whatsoever. I'm just giving like how do you compute this budget. So for me, I am expecting that this store should do 18%. Okay, so ASPD which I am expecting is 58,192, and the landing SSPD will be 106 rupees. So when I got my ASPD after plugging in the growth, I can get my projected sale, which is ASPD into 365 days. Okay, similarly if you see second combination, okay, now this store has again traded 365 days. So average sales per day for this store was 5,000. Okay, for the next financial year it has gone down to 5,200 rupees, but again we have seen a spike in 2021, which is 6,300 rupees. Okay, now the area remains same throughout this 3 years. So we have seen a 5% degrowth in ASPD, then we have seen a 21% up. Okay, now there can be hidden variable, you might have done some changes or XYZ, or or the brand actually is performing. So we have seen a 21% growth. Now I'm planning that for the next financial year it should do 15% more. So from 6,300 I am expecting this store to do 7,247 rupees. Okay, again multiplying by 365 will give me a financial year number. Clear? Similarly for a different case, for example YYY is a store and BBB is a brand or subcategory. Now in 1820 this store was not trading because the store has opened in May 2019. In 1920 the store has done an ASPD of 21,277. Okay, without change in area, in the next financial year the store ASPD is 17,000. So there is a drop. Okay, now there is no history of 1819, so there's no growth in 1920. 2021 we have seen minus 16% degrowth. Now you have to take a call whether this store will grow further, or with what ASPD it should grow. Now since we have already seen that this combination has already done 21,000 rupees ASPD, okay, that means this store or this brand already had that potential to do, but somehow because of some XYZ reason 2021 was not that great and it has further gone down to 17,808. So again I'm not benchmarking exactly 21,000, I'm expecting that it should do at least 19,000. So I'm taking a 12% growth here. Okay, so store has been doing 45 rupees SSPD, which has gone down to 37, and as a part of revival strategy I am planning that this store should do 42 rupees SSPD. Okay, so you understand the budget making is completely a forecasting thing. There is no right or wrong, you should be close enough to what historical number has been, like I am putting 12% or 13%, based on my experience, or I think that this store should do basis the historical trend. But you might also say that it should do 10%, 20%. If you're planning something addition for the store, maybe you are increasing the store area or brand area, or maybe you are launching a new product line, which you are expecting that should give you additional business. In that case you can take a higher growth. There might be chances where you are expecting that the supplies are going to be impacted. For the next financial year supplies has been cut down, like we have seen in lockdown. Almost all the brand has cut their buys, like 30% of the 30-40% buys has been cut. So for the next financial year of course the buys will be lesser compared to the previous season. Considering that thing in mind, like stock availability will be less, you can project a lower number, or you can maybe take a flat number, because it's very tough to take a higher growth when you already know that supplies would be a challenge for the next financial year. Yeah, so that's it. This is a simple tool which will help you to forecast budget. For any other queries you can always drop me a mail or text me. Do not forget to like, subscribe and comment. Take care. Happy retailing.